Richard Southern joins us to chat about some of the day's most interesting stories, and we're going to begin tonight with an incredible discovery deep at sea, Richard.
Deep in the ocean, Erica, some history for you here to start off the interesting stories chat. Regarding Ernest Shackleton, you know this story. This is a great story. He tried to become the first to reach the South Pole back in 1915, but his ship got stuck in the ice. It sank, and they have finally found the ship, the Endurance, 107 years later. It looks almost brand new because it's in the cold waters of the Antarctic. Now, Shackleton and his crew, they were stranded on the sea ice when the ship sank, and it forced them to make an astonishing escape on foot and in small boats. It's one of the greatest survival stories ever. The crew trekked across the ice, lived off of seals and penguins. Took them 2 years, basically, to get out. Shockingly, none of them died in this ordeal. This footage shows the ship in remarkably good condition, the name clearly visible on the stern. And it was found, Erica, not far from where Shackleton's crew in the log book said it would be. So kind of like looking back in time there. It's pretty neat.
It's incredible, really, really cool. And, you know, there's, I think, a series about Shackleton starring Kenneth Branagh, one of my favorite actors and directors. So if you want to know that story, I'd say look that up. Really interesting. Okay, it may not be practical, but it sure is splashy. The world's longest car is roadworthy once again.
And I'm picturing you driving down the DVP in this thing, Erica. Look out, here comes Erica in the world's longest car. Why would you need this thing, Erica?
Yeah,
why would you buy this?
Subtle.
Very subtle.
I don't know.
It is 100 feet long, about 31 meters. It was originally built in 1986 by a customizer. It has now been fully restored. Yes, it does actually drive, but its current owners say it's really not road-worthy, obviously too long, can't really turn corners. It was built to be on display, and that's what's happening. The world's longest car on display in a U.S. museum. So that's something there, Erica. You really stretch your legs out in that thing. Even land a helicopter on it, might be.
I'm coming to pick you up in that, Richard. Get ready. Okay.
All right. Ready to
Imagine how much gas that car would guzzle. Okay, rising prices at the pumps have some of us longing for cheaper forms of transportation, Richard.
So I got to thinking last night, I thought to myself, we're going to be paying about $1.90 a liter in Ontario come midnight tonight, record high. I thought to myself, Erica, what's cheaper these days? Owning your car or owning a horse? Forget that long car. Imagine driving a horse to work, Erica. So I crunched the numbers. It costs on average about $5,000 to buy a horse in Ontario. The average cost to stable it is about $900 per month. That's not bad compared to the average car loan, which is about $300 to $800, and that's before gas. Obviously, you don't have to put gas on the horse. The $900 would cover the food. So economically, it would work out. There are some problems, though. You can't park your horse anywhere in Toronto. Chapter 349 of the Toronto Municipal Code says you can only stable your horse in certain specific locations, like the exhibition place or the stables at Sunnybrook or G. Ross Lord Park. It is legal, though, to ride your horse down the streets of Toronto, so long as you're over 18 and wearing a helmet and the horse has a saddle on. So economically, it might work out, Erica. You can ride it down the street, but you can't really leave the horse alone. So I don't know how practical it is. But something to think about if gas prices keep going up.
An option? Sure. Right. Okay, thanks, Richard. Have a great night.
Thanks, Erica. See ya.